Hey guys, I'm cmasupra and welcome to a belated Update 1.39 video for War Thunder. Update 1.39 came out while I was traveling, but now I am back home, and I think it is still worth making a video for the update, so here it is. In this video, I want to go over three main topics. First is all the new planes that have been added in the 1.39 update. Second is a few random things that have been added to the game but didn't deserve their own number, so they all get number 2. Third is an addition that did deserve its own number, and that is user-created skins. So let's go ahead and get started with these three major topics. First up is the Americans. They get the P-80A shooting star, which is similar to the F-80C shooting star that was already in the game, except the A is a bit slower. The F-82 Twin Mustang, which is essentially two Mustang bodies welded together at the wing and tail, and then given 6 M350 cals in the middle wing. The F-84 Thunderjet, which comes after the F-80C Shooting Star, but is apparently really bad, just like the Vampire is bad in the British tech tree. I'm going to assume that this is just an unfinished flight model. The F4U-1A USMC. This is the US Marine Corps version of the Corsair 1A. This appears to be identical to the F4U-1A that was already in the game, except that it has a little bit of a darker camouflage. Second up is the Germans. They get a Focke-Wulf 190A1, which is a very low-ranking Focke-Wulf 190. It is ranked alongside the Bf-109F2 in terms of battle rating. The German version of the Russian MiG-15 BIS. This appears to be identical to the Russian MiG-15 BIS that was already in the game. The Canadair CL-13A Sabre Mark V, which is the German version of the F-86 F-25 Sabre that the Americans already had. The ME-262C-1A, which is identical to the previous ME-262 that was already in the game, except that just like the ME-163, this one has a rocket in the tail in addition to the two jet engines it already has. The Dornier 217N2, which is identical to the N1 that was already in the game, except that this one has Schrage music, and I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly, but what this does is allows you to shoot vertically up into the air to kill bombers easier. You see those 4 dots behind the wings on the top of the fuselage? Those are 4 20mm cannons that fire vertically straight up. Next up is the Russians. They get the LA-15, which according to the stat card is an overall okay jet without any noteworthy features. We'll just have to see how it performs in-game. The I-16 Type 24, which is pretty much the same as the I-16 Type 18 that was already in the game. The I-16 Type 27, which is pretty much the same as the premium I-16 Type 28 that was already in the game, except this one is not a premium. Fourth comes the British. They get the Spitfire F Mark 22, which is the first Griffin engine Spitfire in the game. This plane does not have a finished flight model yet, and Gaijin has made sure to note this in the changelog. The Spitfire F Mark 24, which is the second Griffin engine Spitfire in the game. Just like the Mark 22, this plane does not have a finished flight model yet. The Mosquito Mark 18, which is similar to the Mosquito Mark 6 that was already in the game, except the 4 20mm Hispano Mark II cannons are replaced with a single 57mm cannon with 25 rounds. The Avenger Mark 1, which is the same as the American TBF Avenger that was already in the game, except this is a British premium. Last up is the Japanese. They get the F-86 F-30 Sabre, which, just like the German Sabre, is the same as the American F-86 F-25 that was already in the game. It's just a Japanese version of the Sabre. The A6M2 Mod 11, which just like the A6M3 Mod 22 Ko and the A6M5 Otsu that were added in the previous update, 1.37, I'm not sure why it was added to the game. It's pretty similar to the A6M2 that was already in the game and doesn't provide anything new. My only guess is it's just another plane that they can add to the Japanese tech tree since it does have a relatively low number of planes. The first noteworthy addition I want to go over are the graphics settings are now available to change in-game. You no longer have to close the game, go to the launcher, and change your settings there if you want to change your settings. You can change them right in the game, as you can see. The second noteworthy addition I want to go over is Squadron Battles. Now, if you are part of a squadron, not to be confused with a squad, where you can add random people and play together, but if you're part of an actual squadron, you can have 8 people in your squadron face 8 people from another squadron and see which squadron is better. Squadron battles are available for arcade, realistic, and simulator battles. The last major topic I want to go over is user-created skins. These are custom skins that you can put on your plane and they will appear only on your computer. They will not appear on your teammates' computers, they will not appear on your enemies' computers, they will appear only on yours, so you get to admire your plane, but nobody else does, because you might put something that is inappropriate on your plane and Gaijin does not want people to see that. So here I have a completely stock Focke-Wulf 190 D13. It has the default paint job, and there's nothing special about it. If I go to customization, you can see camouflage, standard, user skin, disabled, because I do not have a custom skin on it yet. So what I want to do if I want to make a custom skin for this plane is I can press this button, make test sample of user skin. As soon as I click it, it'll say that it has successfully created what is basically a copy of the skin that you see on this plane, and it's put it in the user skins folder. If I go to the user skins folder right now, you can see that I have a folder called template Focke-Wulf 190 D13. This is the copy of this plane skin that you see right here. If I go ahead and double click it, you see I have a whole bunch of Targa files that I have to have to modify to make my skin work. For the purposes of this video, let's just modify this one, Focke-Wulf 190 D13 underscore a.targa. If I go ahead and open that in whatever favorite image editing software you choose, you can see we have the texture or the paint job for the plane, and it looks very confusing if you're not a game developer or haven't looked at texture files before. So let's say I want to modify my skin just a little bit. I want to put some text there. Let's put CMA, my initials. CMA can go there. Let's put it in the wing right there. And I'm going to copy that just to make this easy and slide it over to the other wing as well in the exact same spot. There we go. That's pretty much the exact same spot. Let's go ahead and save that back to the template file that I opened, not a PNG. It was a Targa. I usually save files as PNG, so I'm still used to that. So I'm resaving it over the file that I just opened. Save. Yes, I want to replace. And sure, 32 bits per pixel. I don't know if that matters what you choose for War Thunder or not, but do 32. It works, and it's the best quality. So now you can see that I still don't have a user skin here in the game. So what I have to do is I have to click this Update Skins list, and then there will be a user skin available, and it's called template Focke-Wulf 190 D13 because I never bothered to rename it. So let's click that, and you can see that I have the custom skin. My initials are here on both wings just as I added them, and that is my custom skin. It's a very simple custom skin, and only I will see the bright green CMA that makes me a very obvious target in simulator battles where you don't have the red text saying, "Here I am, shoot me." So only I can see this, but I can put whatever I want anywhere on the plane by doing these custom skins, and it's quite cool if you like the look of your plane and you don't particularly care what you look like to other people. Now if I wanted to, and if this plane actually had other camouflages, I could still change the camouflage to something else and use my custom skin so that I see my custom skin like this, but everybody else sees the camouflage that I choose. This plane doesn't have other camouflages, so I can't show that to you, but that would be the overall idea with choosing your camouflage and your user skin. Now, I don't actually like this user skin. I have no desire to use it, so I'm going to go back to disabled. I don't want big, bright green CMAs on my plane. It doesn't make any sense. But that is user skins for you. And that is also going to do it for the end of this video. That is all 3 major topics explained, and I don't think I missed anything with user skins. So anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video and found it informative, even though it's a bit belated because I was traveling when 1.39 came out, kind of frustratingly. But oh well, the video still came out and I still think it was a good one, so I hope you all enjoyed it and found it helpful. and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.